Alright, welcome back everybody. Let's play some more last Epoch on our Marksman. At the end of the last episode, we just got our Marksman mastery. And so now we'll just keep questing and getting levels. I don't know if I showed this in the first video, but if you go to your map, down here in the lower left, these are the unlockables, passive points and idle slots that you can receive from the campaign. You can complete this before you complete the campaign, so you don't have to do the whole campaign before you can move on to endgame if you don't want to. I mean, in fact, we made it to the end of time. We can go start doing endgame stuff now. I mean, at what level are we? Level 26, we would get annihilated, so it is not a good idea to go do it now, but it's there and we could if we wanted to. But we're not going to do that. We're going to continue to try and unlock these. And then once we're done with those, we should be in a pretty good place as far as our level and hopefully our gear to start running Monolith. But for now, let's go to the Imperial era and we'll start or continue the campaign. Just doing quests to unlock those passive points and idle slots. If you're curious, idle slots is this thing here. All of these little slots are locked, so those are what we're going to be unlocking.
Yes.
Yes. Stay safe.
Okay, so we unlocked multi-shot, which is not what I'm planning to use for this build, but we will use it for now. I still have a blue helmet and a blue quiver, so we should look into some upgrades there.
What do you want? Not happening.
They don't let you use your skills in town anymore. I can't shift to get through this quicker. Been feeling a little bit sick the last couple of days, so I might be a little less talkative than I already usually am. Multi-shot's kind of cool. The further away your mouse is, the more, the less spread the arrows are, but the closer you get to your character, then the more spread. Multi-shot can be a pretty fun thing to build around. I've done it once. It's pretty good. Try and pick up the pace so we can get through.
Too easy.
It's nice to finally have some AoE. For a multi-shot, all you've really got is the AoE on Flask. So there was a new patch update since the last video. You might notice little beams sticking up off of the items. Blue and white items have little tiny beams. Oh, I hit him. I don't remember what I was doing here. It doesn't really matter because I don't believe that I'm keeping the skill for the build. But we'll just keep putting points in until we unlock what we want. Number 27. Very nice. Take a bow damage shard. Yeah, the rogues hurt. Or assassins. Oops, that was the wrong button.
Easy. Too easy.
Puncture's doing some work. Oh, that's why. 40% more damage to distant enemies. Nice.
Yes? Gods be with you.
found a whole bunch of these. We don't need any more. Let's do this corrupted lake timeline. There's a way shine to unlock in here, so we'll go grab it. Got some skills to level up. Guess I can do that real quick. Puncture. I don't remember where I was going with these. I guess we want 100% application of those. Shadow daggers. Don't really want to increase the cooldown. I like to spam it sometimes. Passive points. We got 2. We've got a long way to go for Hail of Arrows. I don't know if I want to go the concentration route. I mean, I think it can be good. I don't know. We'll see about it later. Game has been a little bit laggy this morning. It's kind of unusual. Level 29. Alright, coming up on the boss. I want more dexterity, but I don't know if I want to put my points into that just yet. Alright. Boss time. Apply all those dots. But the smoke does anything for this guy. Slowing him doesn't really matter. Alright, passive point, 2 slots, idle slots. Yeah, not a lot that we can do with that. Want those shuriken shards for my other character.
Welcome, traveler.
can't remember if multi-shot can pierce by default. Doesn't seem like it. I know you can make it pierce when you spec into it, but I don't know. It kind of seems like it's piercing. I like to gather everybody up in this section. I wish I had hail of arrows. Seems like it pierces sometimes, but not always, so maybe it's just got a chance to pierce. Multi-shot. They updated a lot of icons too in this latest patch. Pierce is down here somewhere. Multi-shot arrows pierce enemies up to a limit. So I guess you have to spec into that to get it to pierce. It's another passive point. So these passive points from the quests are these. So now we're up to 7 of 15, so we still have a lot to do. Same with only 3 out of 8 on the idle slots, huh? That would be further along. Do we want to keep speccing in the Shadow Dagger? I don't even know if we want to be doing this on Smoke. It would be nicer to make the area bigger. Maybe I should have been working on that. This guy is not taking much damage. Less damage taken from distant enemies. That would be it. That's gonna be a bad affix for us. Not many games pay any attention to the leveling journey anymore. It's just kind of trivial because everybody just wants to get to the end game, but I think if you make the journey fun, then it doesn't have to be all about the end game. I feel like classic World of Warcraft was that way for me. It took forever to get to level 60. But there's so much to do, and you could kind of go do what you want, that it was fun. And it felt good and rewarding to reach level 60 finally. But in a game like this, you kind of want to just like get to running the end game and do the hard stuff, get the good gear. I think it's cool in this game how you can start the end game early. Like you don't have to reach the max level first. In fact, I don't think that I've ever gotten to level 100 with a character. But then again, I'm kind of an altaholic, so I jump around and play a lot of different characters. If I stuck to just one, then I could do it. But now that multiplayer's out, I'll probably be playing quite a bit more, leveling up with friends, playing alts with friends. I'll eventually get a character to level 100. I haven't really been using my smoke bomb very much. And that's something we'll have to pay attention to as we play a bit more, and after we unlock Hail of Arrows and we're actually playing the build the way that we want to be playing it. If I'm not using something, then we should ditch it and replace it with something else. Down to one. Yeah. It's just thinking maybe I should spend my points before I aggro any enemies, and I got a little too close. Oh, I got 3 points. Not doing any of these. Can't remember exactly. I want this one, so we got a ways to go to get to that one. Can't remember what I was gonna do. Kinda had this planned out, but it's been a while. So, maybe after this recording, I'll take a look and see, and we can always come back in and respec any of these if we need to. Alright. There's a boss up ahead, so let's do that. The dots applied. Oh, okay, that hurts. This guy is normally really easy, so this just kind of shows how poor my damage is at the moment. In all fairness, I kind of have been just skipping all the drops on the ground, not even looking at them. And part of the reason for that is just because I'll get upgrades later. There you go. That wasn't too bad.
Break the attack easy. I'll take that as a yes. Get to the railing and give a signal.
Some more idle slots. Another passive point.
Washed up safely, it seems we're a tad off course. Fortunately, we have a contact who can help. Problem is, she's deep in Majelka, Imperial territory. Yes, I'll hang back and I'll only slow you down. Please, go on without me.
So we unlocked a Dark Quiver, which I may end up using. Alright, back from a little break. So let's keep going. How are you still alive? Puncture is doing nice damage. Better than multi-strike. Did we... Are we even level? No, yeah, see, we're not even... We're just using the base multi-strike, so no wonder it's not doing much. That's okay, we're only using it temporarily anyways.
Easy. Too easy.
Maybe I'll just use puncture until we can unlock Hail of Arrows. Just thinking about redoing some of my passive points too. Huh, how does that look grayed out when I've got points spent in it? Yeah, thinking about pulling these out. Maybe even these, even though the attack speed is good, physical damage is good. I don't know. I'd like to get the dexterity nodes, but you only get 40 health on here for 8 points, which doesn't seem very good to me. Oh, I didn't put any points in here. I guess I'm planning to put more points into here rather than just, you know, the minimum. Usually you put 20 in and then you move on to your other mastery trees. But I am trying to focus on this one because we want to unlock this as soon as possible. The other thing I've been wondering about is if I want to put points into concentration or not. It seems like it would be good. It's increased damage passively. Unless you get hit by somebody within 4 meters of you, so melee range. So you'd have to take a melee hit to lose your concentration buff for at least 4 seconds. I would think that most of the time we're going to have that active. And plus, if you put 5 points into this, it gives you 10% movement speed. I don't know. It seems good. Oh, we're just shooting right over the top of this guy. Ouch. I'm supposed to be the one doing the bleed damage. I don't like those things. This is probably the worst map set in the game to go AFK. These wraiths spawn and come and seek you out. So you don't want to go AFK here until you, I went and got the way shrine, I think. Hope so. There's a little device down here we're gonna go destroy first, and that'll stop the wraiths from coming. That's a lot of wraiths.
Easy. Too easy. There we go. No more wraith spawns. These fire guys do a lot of damage. Duelist. Yeah, sword and bow crossover, that's no good. I am slow. It's movement speed. Minion damage, or was it minion health? Either way, not for us. So this guy is typically pretty easy, but I don't know, our damage is not spectacular. So this should be interesting. Oh, crud. Not what I expected. One legendary potential. Sure. No, no minimum level. You can wear this at level 1. And that came from a chest. Legendaries from a chest is pretty rare. I only had that happen a couple of times that I can remember. I'm terrible at picking up stuff on the fly in these action RPGs. Back in the day with the original Diablo 2, my friends got all the loot and I just had to hope that they would be nice and give me something cool. So I could never pick up the gear before they could. Plus one to puncture. I don't plan on putting points into puncture. We're going to be focusing heavily on arrows, but I'll take the shard just in case. But now action RPGs give everybody their own loot and you don't have to fight for it anymore.
Easy. Too easy.
Which is good for scrubs like me.
Now, it's time for the hard part. The oracles. The way to the oracle told me where the sigil. Hey now, I've seen how you handle yourself. All you need to do is clear a path. Then I can teleport in and retrieve them.
I think this has actually come in pretty handy. I don't know that I feel like keeping it for later play, so we'll probably just use puncture to apply bleed. We can convert poison to bleed, and then since it's a 0 mana cost spell, it'll generate mana for us if we get low on mana. It's kind of how I feel like I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna leave this for now because it has been helpful to kill stuff since our damage is pretty low. Yeah, I've got it here too. I'm still not entirely sure how best to utilize this ability. If I want to keep this where it's targeted to the location, or if I want to throw it down on myself and get benefits like Dusk Shroud. And this one here, Improved crit chance and blinds enemies. Seems good. I don't know. We'll try it out. This is definitely gonna be an experimental playthrough. We'll probably be changing all kinds of stuff, and that's okay. That's one thing that I love about this game, is it's so much fun to try and come up with your own builds and just experiment with stuff. Like, if you don't really understand what something does, you put a point in it, you play with it for 5 minutes, see what it does, and say, yeah, that's cool, let's keep it, or or no, I don't really like that too much, so let's respect that point out. So I do want to buff up the duration and the area. So I know those points I want to have, so we'll just start pumping into that. We got another passive point. I'm going to again put it into here. So I'm going to take these 4 points out. I don't know if they made that gray or if it's slightly blue, but it looks like it's gray, like it's grayed out. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's the icon they chose, but... because yeah, they went through and they updated a bunch of icons for abilities and for passives. Let's grab the way shrine. Wow, it's hurt. I have to watch out for those guys because I doubt our necro resistance is very good at all. No, better than I was expecting, but still not great. I'm seeing lots of bleed, even when I'm using multi-strike, which doesn't have any, like any specialization to it. I'm wondering if that's from this, point that I'm gonna take out.
Let's see. Buried in the slums.
Easy. Too easy.
Can't reach. Yeah, see, those shadow daggers are doing some work. On single target, I might keep it then. Since it's got 100% application of shadow daggers, you just have to hit somebody 4 times to execute the shadow dagger damage. Can't remember if it's a guaranteed crit or not. That's a point. We're getting closer to Hail of Arrows. Where are we at? What are we over here? 4 points. Ah, we still need a bunch. Oh, there's another one. One more level and we can spec into another ability. Just barely saw him casting that. And we're not gonna have Hail of Arrows in time for that. I was kinda hoping that when we hit 35 we'd plug Hail of Arrows in. That's kind of a bummer. Where's all the enemies? Yeah, I think Puncture is going to be a pretty good boss killer for us with those shadow daggers. So I'm going to keep that for sure. I might look into
No.
shadow daggers a bit more.
Courage of a Ruby Nagasa. I didn't expect this.
Because there's a few affixes for it. Increased damage per movement speed, and we have terrible movement speed right now, so I'm not going to put anything else into that, I don't think. We'll just keep going this way. I like the attack speed, I just don't know if attack speed's really going to help us with this build. Because I want to be launching Hail of Arrows, and attack speed doesn't help us with that. Like, attack speed's nice for multi-shot or puncture, but it's not going to help us with Hail. Man, I could test out concentration, start messing around with that. 834. 629. Went up a little bit, so it's giving us 15% increased damage. Used to be an icon here for it. Probably get it when we load into a new area. Alright, this is the next town.
Can I help you? Stay safe, traveler.
Yes?
Well, we could use Dark Quiver, I guess. No, I mean, I do want to use Dark Quiver for the build, and I should go ahead and replace Acid Flask with it. I should have done that a long time ago. I haven't really been throwing the flask very much anyways. Then we'll just save this one for Hail of Arrows. So yeah, if you don't know how respeccing works, with the ability that you either don't want anymore or that you want to remove points on, you can remove 1 point at a time by doing this. And it drops your level down based on how many points you take out. And once you get to like a certain level, like lower than where you currently are, then the levels are accelerated. So like for the end game, for example, if you decide to go a different route on a skill and take out like 10 points, so you go from level 20 down to level 10, like you're gonna make those levels up really quick because the experience is so high at the end game. Or if you just want to outright despecialize the skill, then you just choose that one, confirm, and pick a new one. So for this one, it's kind of interesting. They've got little branches for just about everything else that the marksman does. Like you've got detonating arrow down here. This one's puncture, which we'll probably go for. Multi-strike, cinder strike. Hail of arrows is over here. Crit chance to increase the damage over time. I don't know if that's really going to help us all that much, but the node that I really want on this ability is here. And since we're going to be right here, we'll go ahead and spend that point into that, and I'll do some testing to see if it's worth it or not. I mean, 200% seems like a lot. But it just increases the damage over time. But we'll give it a go. I'm going to head that way first. This one allows arrows to fall just by using other bow skills. So then that means that we don't have to put it on our skill bar. It'll just happen when we use other skills that require a bow. So for example, like smoke bomb, I think should work, even though it says throwing attack in area. So maybe it doesn't. You know, shift's not going to work, but puncture will work. Bow attack, hail of arrows will work because it's a bow attack also. So yeah, let's go. Picking up feathers gives you health. Picking up arrows gives you Dusk Shroud, which is cool. So we need 4 points in this before we can move on. That's pretty rough. Okay, so we can't get it yet, but we'll get these levels quick. See accelerated XP gain until level 10. Go ahead and replace this with Dark Quiver for now.
Greetings.
Should give us another passive. What are we up to now? 10 out of 15, and still only 4 out of 8 for the idle slots. So we got a little bit to go. Probably gonna have to be, I don't know, level 41 or 42 before we unlock Hail of Arrows. Wrong buttons. Man, I really need Hail of Arrows.
Too easy.
So here's what we can do. We can put our point in here. Oh, it's only got a 5% chance. Ugh, that's pretty low. Alright, we'll give that a try. We can take this out. We can put decoy there as kind of an oh shit button if we need it. We can throw that down. So now, even though Dark Quiver isn't on our bar, we have a 5% chance. See, there's one right there. I just picked it up. 5% chance when using a bow scale for one to drop. Here's another one. Pick it up. Empowers our next attacks. I forget what it does for us by default. Let's see. I want to know. Granting 100% increased damage to your next bow attack. So that's just from the base. Mana efficiency. See, I won't be using any mana to cast this. We're just gonna get them from this node right here. 18 mana cost. Yeah, we're not even gonna be messing with that. So once we get this, it'll give our puncture additional physical penetration and bleed chance. And then we took a look at this one. It'll give our hail of arrows damage over time damage to 100% of whatever our crit chance is. I don't know. We'll be adding crit, but I think we're just gonna focus primarily on increased bow damage, because hail of arrows scales off of increases to bow damage. But we'll see.
Easy. Too easy.
Boar and shark? Cool. Maybe I will make a primalist. Mournful pendant. Pump this up to 10%, and I'm probably gonna leave it there. I don't know that we'll have to put any more points into that. We'll see. If we're not seeing hardly any arrows, then we might want to put another point in. There's one. I wonder how long it lasts. It looks like it stays with us until we use our skill. I mean, the Dusk Shroud doesn't. It's got a... It's got a little timer on it. This boss might be kind of tough too, because you kind of have to stay close to him to get him to come out of his shell. We'll just we'll stack the dots. 30%. Kind of want to put 906. 45%. Yeah, I mean, concentration seems good. We've loaded in a few times. There used to be an icon here that showed you when you had it. I wish they wouldn't have taken that out. Oh well. See, he's not taking any damage because you gotta get him to come out like that. Which kind of only does in melee range, which doesn't really help us with our build. Great. This dude is super annoying. Kinda wish I had acid flask right now. See, we're getting all kinds of these arrows. So I think 10% will be fine. Alright. I'm gonna hop in here, take a real quick break. Well, maybe we'll make sure that we're someplace safe first. Okay, yeah.
This is the... I can't say quickly. Go to the center of the device and get ready. I'll get us out of here.
Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Should have been instant for you guys. Unless for some reason I forgot to edit my break out of the video. Passive point. I also remembered there was a side quest back at the Oracle's abode that we forgot to do.
Don't be alarmed.
I like Yulia in this story. She's a cool character.
The Emperor wants you. You're trying to reach the
I don't
limit.
want to
Go.
spoil it
I
for
want
you
to start
guys.
fight, hopefully.
Because we won't be completing the whole campaign. Like I said before, in the previous episode, I'm just trying to accomplish these rewards that you get from the campaign. And as soon as I'm done with that, we'll go into the Monolith and start doing Monolith runs. So we've unlocked this way shrine. I am going to take it back to the Shining Cove. That is where our side quest is. And the quests show you what the rewards are. Like this one gives you inventory, idle inventory, and a passive point. So it's gonna tick up each one of these. That's why we want to do it. Study and timed. Oh, okay, I did this. I just haven't turned it in yet. Alright, so we have to go back there to turn that in. Okay, let's do this one first. Passive point, I don't really know. Oh, okay, we're here now. Movement speed is good. We need it. This would be a fun quest to do if we had Hail of Arrows. It's a nice clumping of enemies. Yeah, I'm seeing those arrows falling plenty with just 10%, so I think we'll just do the 2 points. So I'm not going to spend the point here when we don't even have Hail of Arrows, and we're not even close to getting Hail of Arrows, so... increase damage over time. That'll help our Hail of Arrows, so we'll take that. Additional physical damage would be good, crit. So yeah, I'll probably make my way up here last. And for now we'll go down to Puncture since we know we're going to be using it. And a restored. I feel like this is the tiniest smoke bomb ever. I'm gonna try and start using it more, or I'm just gonna get rid of it. Oops. Well, the slow is pretty nice. Like that. Alright, there we go. We'll grab this way shrine inside here too. Go turn this in. And probably go turn in that other one as well.
Ah, yes.
2 idle slots.
What do you want?
Alright. So we'll keep getting that movement speed. We've only got 2 more quests for passive points and 3 more idle slot expansions. We're getting there. Yo. Why are you not working? Alright, where'd we leave off? There it is. I don't even think I want to mess with those guys too much. Guess that's what the shadow daggers are for. Guess we're handling it okay. Probably one of my least favorite sections of the campaign. It's the sewers section, which I guess we aren't there yet. They made this a lot better. This looks way better than it used to, this map. Weren't dying. Crimson Shroud. Cool. Right, Julius Haven.
I'm glad. Seriously? Before you saved my ring, and to her when he fled, I saw him heading deeper into the mountains.
That one I believe gives us a passive point.
I am Yulia because, in regard from there, the heart of the citadel is beyond. There is an exit near the Emperor's throne, giving you
We
a
just got
chance
level
to stop.
39. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. I think we have enough points for Hail of Arrows. Okay, let's do it, because this is a pretty decent stopping point. I'm gonna buy some shards real quick. Just one. Alright, so let's respec our points. We'll unlock Hail of Arrows. It's funny because I just had realized that I didn't have any points into shift yet. Or I didn't specialize in shift. And it's like we could have been taking advantage of the kill threshold this whole time. Oh well. But now I added it, and I'm about to take it right back off as soon as we unlock Hail of Arrows. Shaman, drop that in. Respec.
Hello, traveler.
Okay, so we've got 24 points into here. We only need 20. I respect that one. And these 3. Okay.
Do not dwell on regrets.
So now we've got 7 points to spend, and that should get us to Hail. We'll do this movement speed. So this doesn't increase per point of concentration, it just gives you the movement speed if you have concentration. I don't think I want to go Arrow Storm. I mean, bow attack speed's not bad, but we get that anyways from our passive. Just thinking about taking these points out too. Maybe put them into here instead. Yeah, let's do that real quick before I pick up hail, because once you pick up hail, then you can't like backtrack. I mean, you can, you just lose access to it again. Oh, we'd need it. Okay, 3 points. So here's how you juggle. 1, 2, 3. Do I really want to put all those in there? I could have gotten some dexterity. I am gonna do that, I think, actually. Put a couple points into that.
Hello, traveler.
Respec out of this. Respec. Do we want to lower the cooldown or no? Okay.
Do not dwell on regrets.
And we'll put 5 points here. And we have hail of arrows. Hell yeah. Hail of arrows is going to go on our W. And we are going to spec out of shift. Or should I spec out of smoke? I mean, I literally don't use it. Barely use it. Honestly, shift would have been much more useful this whole time. As we're getting into harder stuff, it might be nice to have this. I'm gonna hold on to it. Of course, having that kill threshold is nice too. Well, I guess we need to get to level 50. Alright, where to first? I want to experiment with arrow spray. It sounds really cool. I think I tried it once before and I spec'd out of it, but it's a lot like the Rogue ultimate on Diablo 4. Not quite as screen covering, but I wanna try this out and see if what I'm thinking of for this build would be good. We are not high enough level for this yet. 39. So we've got 5 more levels to go before we can use this, and this really, it lowers the mana cost quite a bit. So we're not going to be able to spam hail, which is kind of what I want to do eventually. Right now the cooldown is 2 seconds. I was thinking about going with the charges, makes it last shorter duration. I wanted to experiment with this delay. This lowers the cooldown, lowers the mana cost, but creates a bit of a delay, and I want to see like how severe that delay is. So we'll probably play around with that as well. I want slow.
that's gonna be very helpful. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we get to play with that. We could just go right into experimenting with this too. We'll just do the damage stuff later. Yeah, I think so. Let's do the charges and the less duration and see just how bad it is. Alright, well, I'm going to save that for the next episode. I'm going to stop here. This video has gone on pretty long. I tried to edit out some of the boring parts where I wasn't talking as much. So hopefully this format worked out okay for you guys. Have you made it all the way to the end? Thanks so much for watching. And stay tuned for the next one where we finally get to play with some Hail of Arrows.